go live. All right, we're live now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we are live. All right,
Yeah, cool.
ready? One. Okay. Hold on. It's like.
All right.
Hello, what's up, world? Welcome to another brand new. Wait, it's not really a brand new show, but welcome to a brand new show from the English Language Club. How
Hello,
are
everyone.
you, man?
Hello. Hi, Colin. Hello, all of the people watching at home. And suffice to say that I'm very happy that we're actually starting our second season now called What's Up World. Would you like to give the audience a brief explanation as to why we changed the name?
Yeah, well, we wanted to change the name because we felt we wanted a bit more catchier, and also we want more people to understand what about current news that's happening around the world, right?
I see.
So
I
last
see.
semester we were talking about, but most of them were from a Malaysian perspective, but now we want to go for a global perspective where we interact and get you up to speed of what's happening around your world.
I see. I see. So it's a very good name, and I really, really love it. So I'm quite excited on what's to come for in
Yes, we're
the
really
coming
excited.
season. Yeah.
Yes. Not
So how
only
have
we
you
just
been?
I'm doing fine, man. I've been doing
Okay.
fine. I mean, right currently, as you can see, I'm at my house. I'm in my village. I'm in my kampong, right? I just arrived here yesterday. It was pretty chill, right? And not only
Mhm.
that, if you guys noticed that I haven't, well, have a cap here.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you
you can
don't
just
have your cap
yeah,
on for the first time. So audience, you've seen Haikal without his cap for the first time. She's like
yes.
from the first episode from last season, he just wore a cap all the time, and he doesn't have a cap now, and I get to see his hair.
Yes, you can see I mean, I was really anxious back then. I didn't want to like people see my hair like, yeah. it's
Speaking of hair,
yes,
you can see I also had a haircut recently, and
yeah.
it's kind of weird seeing my ears. It's like I have been a long time since I've had hair this short, but yeah, it's just something that I'm feeling.
It's something, right? But you know what? Before we move on to our first monologue for this evening, we want to tell you that you should stay tuned to our brand new show because it's a monthly show, but with a catch. Here's a catch. We have
Okay, what's the
four
catch?
different guests.
We have
for
four
each,
different guests.
Yes, including this one.
For
we have
each episode. That's
Yes, for
amazing.
each episode.
Oh my
dude.
goodness, Cal.
Yes.
That means they should come and watch. They're not
Yes,
gonna miss
they
out on
should
this.
come and watch. They should come and watch because, like I said, all our guests are like very top notch, including the first guest that we have here. But before we enter and give her the segue to introduce herself, to have her interview session with us from the English Language Club, Club. Club. Let's move on to our monologue for today's session. Right, Shak, how would you want to say? How would you feel? Entering the first week of semester.
Honestly, the start of the new semester, semester 3, I mean, it's basically the same, but in terms of online learning, it's all the same. But the difference is we're actually gonna get to go back to campus, Cal.
That's true.
When I heard the news that we were gonna go back, I was like so excited. I'm gonna finally meet my online classmates. I'm gonna meet you for the first time and meet the other members of the English club. So yeah, that's cool. What about you? How has your first week been?
My first week has been honestly one of the best week after compared to the first two semesters.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't feel that motivated the first two semesters. I just felt like another semester, another day of another class.
So what's different from now? What's the difference?
The difference is because I feel this sort of motivation to be better.
I see. I
Yeah,
understand. I feel you.
Yeah, I guess I've developed. I guess I've been thinking a lot about myself throughout the holidays, and I'm back fired up trying to get work done.
I see. I understand.
Right. So, but this ties into the topic that we want to talk about today is about emotional literacy. Like I said, like in the beginning, that I had a very tough first two semesters because I didn't really, didn't feel really motivated due to the idea that we're learning online, right? I couldn't see Shak, I couldn't see all my friends. Then like all the work is online, it's not visible, not in front of me. So I get pretty anxious quite easily, you know?
I feel you, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel that
yeah.
as well. But you gotta adapt, you know. We've adapted, and safe to say, this maybe we've been used to this, but who knows?
Who
But
knows?
so far so good, yeah.
So far, so good. Right. But obviously, not only us is just facing these problems, but also other students from UiTM Penang,
Mm-hmm.
not from UiTM Penang only, but also from other campuses in Malaysia.
Yeah, and also the world. Don't forget about the world,
Don't forget
everyone.
about the world. Yeah. So even the world is also facing some similar crisis that we students are also facing as well. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So before we actually start interviewing our guest here, you know, if you think this episode is going to be a success or you think this episode is going to be really awesome, do subscribe to our channel right now, right? Put the notification bell on, share this with your friends, family, members, or maybe even to your lecturers or anyone who needs to see this show right now, because we are going to help you open your eyes into the world of emotional literacy.
Yes, Carl. So you heard the man. Go like and subscribe. We need all the support, and we appreciate the support you guys have been giving since the last season. So just continue the support show with us throughout this second season. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Anyways, let's move to the first segment of time, which, by the way, I just kind of named this like on the spot. If you
All
don't know,
right.
now you know.
If you don't know, you know, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I
If
like
you
it. I
don't
like it.
know, now you know. Right. So if you don't know, now you know. It's a short segment where we just get you up to speed about the topic that we want to talk in
Mm-hmm.
hand with our guest. Right. So let's quickly brief to you about these three questions first, which is number one, what is emotional literacy? How is it important? And how are Malaysians and the world are coping with the pandemic?
All right, all right.
Right.
So, Carl, you want to
Go
go
on
to
to
the
the
first
first
question?
question. Right. Let's move to the slides. Right. So moving down, down.
Okay. This is quite hard. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, anyway,
I'll
don't
go.
worry. So what is emotional literacy? So basically from the word itself, emotional literacy. So basically you are trying to identify, you're trying to understand your emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see the literal definition down there, Shah. You can see down there.
All right, here it is.
Yes. So this is emotional literacy. It's ability to express one's emotional state and communicate one's feeling. So basically that is emotional literacy. And it's a really important skill and tool to have nowadays because everything is rapidly just coming in and overwhelming with all the news,
I
with all
agree.
this
I agree.
globalization, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is, and as times passes, we are going to face some sort of maybe some crisis within ourselves. Maybe, we feel anxious within, because we don't know, right? Because these things happen spontaneously
Mm-hmm.
at a certain situation, right? And I think it's really important, really, really important to actually have it, right? And why is it important? Let's move on to the next slide.
So this is like the next slide.
So,
Take it
Shak,
away, Carl. Mm-hmm.
before we actually start, why do you think it's important to learn emotional literacy? Maybe the audience will want to know why. Why is it
All right. So before I give what my thoughts, you audience, you should also put down in the chat box what you guys think. But also at the same time, also give my thoughts as well. So from what I understand from emotional literacy that you just explained, I believe why it's important is so us as humans know how to express what we feel inside, like just
Mhm.
have that just have that medium where we can express our feelings and not just keep them all bottled up and just become a toxic thing. Maybe it's something like that because it's a vague understanding of what I have about
Of
emotional literacy.
emotional
But yeah.
literacy, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if it were for me, the reason why I think emotional literacy is important because it's a tool that helps us manage our emotions,
Mhm.
right? Or basically knowledge that help us understand our emotions, not just us but also others.
True, true.
True, right? But I mean, we're only touching this a little bit because our guest is gonna explain more on this because she's
Of course,
really like,
yes. Yeah, she knows his stuff, man.
man, she knows her stuff, right? So yep. Now, the main question is before we move on to the quick interview session. Sorry, move on to the interview session, right? So, how the world and Malaysians are coping with the pandemic? Now, this is a very, very good question, right? But of
Mhm.
course, we cannot cover all the countries.
Well, yeah, that
No,
would take a long show.
that will take a long. I think no show would do that. But to summarize what we all feel in a nutshell, take away, shot. Yes, this is how we all
this is how
feel.
I feel.
This is how we all feel.
But
Yes,
yeah,
this is how
so
we.
you have all of these Spider-Man putting each other all basically the same thing. But yeah, so should I take away this question, Gal?
Sure,
If
sure.
you
Why
let
not?
me.
Sure,
All
sure,
right,
sure.
thank you. So, as you guys know, we have been going through the COVID pandemic for a while now. It's been a year plus. So, to summarize how us Malaysians, also the world, are coping with the pandemic, it's just a general way of the coping is just to encourage people to have more video or audio calls. It's like they're more connected with each other since everyone's in lockdown, everyone's cannot meet their families, and also anxiety levels they could have been lowered with doing activities that one's enjoy. Like there've been a lot of trends back when we were locked down. Don't you remember, Kak?
Yeah,
Like
I
there was the
remember
one
all the
trend
trends, man.
they made, the Dalgona coffee that was very famous, and as well as TikTok. It's still famous until now, and it was
Apparently,
also a
it is.
trend. Yeah, it is. And there was one thing that also people do was like gardening. It was a meal, but gardening people were gardening as well, and it's like having all these things to do when you're in lockdown could are very positive ways in like just coping with lockdown, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
also there was online entertainments that were
mm-hmm.
highly encouraging to help people on feeling their days with various kinds of activities. For me personally, I just played games all day with my friends. So yeah, it was one of the things that didn't it kept me from not getting insane, just getting locked up. And yeah, what about you, Carl? What did you do to cope? Just a
Hmm.
brief. I want to know about this.
Well, honestly, it's just by talking. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have your podcast, right?
Yep. I have my podcast. If you guys don't know, I have a my podcast name is Panado Malepa, and fun fact, Illya was one of my guests on
Oh
the on
yes,
my
yes, she
podcast.
was.
Okay, sure. Right now, let's we all know, like I said in the beginning, all students were feeling a bit distressed with all this stuff, right? And I
Mm-hmm,
think it's
mm-hmm.
time to introduce our guest, Shak.
Oh yes, we should introduce our guest. Would you like to do the honors, Carl? Introduce our guest.
Yes, you should close the slides, right?
Okay.
Now she's the founder of Empathy for Youth, and also she is a poet, and also a multilingual person. She can speak Malay, Indonesian, English. Wait, yeah, that's basically it.
Okay,
German,
continue.
and a bit of French and Chinese. Please
Oh my
welcome
goodness.
Illya Sumanto.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. YTM Penang, what up?
Oh, oh, welcome, Illya,
Nice
to the
shirt, by
show.
the way. We
It's
still
not a
Thanks.
shirt, it's a dress, Carl.
yeah, so it's a dress.
You gotta know.
It's a traditional Chinese
I don't
shirt.
know what this is.
It looks like batik to me, Carl. That's not
It
remotely
looks kind
Chinese.
of like batik. Looks kind of batik.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
all right. So before we're gonna do an interview session with you. Of course, we have 3 questions we will have installed for you. But before we play, it's not before we do the interview session, we have a game to play, Illya, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I'm super excited for the game. Okay, so basically, what we're gonna play is Ilya's gonna give us some phrases in German, Serbian, and Chinese,
Oh
and
my goodness.
we the host, and also the audience, we want to guess what the phrase is. Don't worry, Ilya's gonna give us options. Gonna give us options what the phrase means. So, Illya, you want to start the game first?
All right, so I'm just gonna say the phrases and you guys have to guess what they are. I'm not gonna give you options, but try to listen. Yeah, try to listen to the
All right.
words and how they sound familiar to what you already know. Okay?
Okay.
Sure.
The first one is in German. Ready for this?
Oh, German. Okay,
All right,
guys?
yeah. Yes.
Ready? All right, let's go.
Okay, listen. Am Ende wird alles gut. Wenn es nicht gut wird, ist es noch nicht das Ende. I repeat. Am Ende wird alles gut. Wenn es nicht gut wird, ist es noch nicht das Ende.
Does it have good in it?
Yeah, it does.
It
has something.
Okay, yes.
So it has something to do with good. Okay, so maybe
What
the
is
first
it?
line, I am good. Something before, but
I am
before I was not good, and now I'm still good, I guess. I don't know.
Not bad, not bad.
Wait, is that the phrase?
I don't know.
Yeah, close enough.
Whoa, look at that, Shaq.
Haikal, why is your name Illya?
Oh God.
You
I
should have
just realized
renamed
that's a-
yourself.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so Haikal, what's your guess?
I'm taking Shaq's guess.
So it means in the end,
Mhm.
everything will be good. If it's not good, it is not the end.
Oh, it's like a
Ooh.
contradicting phrase. Nice. It's
Okay.
amazing.
So the next one is in French.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Ready with this?
Yes.
Right, ready.
Okay. So just a disclaimer, I learned my French when I was living in Senegal. So my accent is super Senegalese. Okay, French people don't get angry. Okay, ready for this?
I haven't had a sniggle
Sure.
accent. Yes.
Okay. Pas de problème, mon ami. Lentement, mais sûrement.
Okay, so mon ami, I've heard mon ami.
Pas de problème, mon ami. Lentement, mais sûrement.
Mon ami is friend in French, I guess. So, and she said problemo, could be problem, I guess. No. If there is a problem, my friend, do not worry. Something. What about you, Kalam? I can't be the only one guessing, man. Come on.
Yeah,
You gotta
I have
help me.
one.
Okay. There's no problem in I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just super blank.
You have to guess.
No problem, my friend. Slowly but surely.
Oh.
Whoa,
I
slowly
see.
but surely.
Okay, the next one. This
Okay,
is
this is the last one. Okay, Serbian. This is Serbian. I have.
Oh wow.
It feels like Shaq has already won 2 points already.
Okay, so this one. Okay, Belika je nesreća kad čovjek ne zna šta hoće, a prava katastrofa kad ne zna šta može.
Yup, Haikal, you
Oh
take
my
this.
God.
I didn't understand a word.
I really like okay. The first one she talked about how don't worry, it's gonna be good.
Mhm,
Now
mhm.
she's talking about friends.
Mhm.
Now I think she like life is not a journey. Life is not a race, but it's a journey.
No, it doesn't sound like that at all.
Brava. Okay, so
Good guess though.
so it means it's really unfortunate that a person doesn't know what they want, and it is catastrophe when they don't know what they can do.
Oh, see, there was in Serbian catastrophe was like also pronounced the same way, I guess.
Catastrofa.
Catastrophe.
Dang.
Man.
Okay.
You know, talking to you makes me feel want to learn all these 3 languages for some reason.
Yeah, I know. The Serbians are so wise. I love this saying.
I mean,
Okay.
it would take a long time
All
to
right.
learn. But
So,
anyway,
you know,
okay.
we have I think that was a really fun game. I think we should do
Mhm.
more games often, Shaki.
Yeah, we should.
Fun.
We should.
This
It's
is
fun.
really fun. Yeah. All right. So let's start with so today we have an interview session with Illya. So we have 3 questions. Yes, we're a bit more advanced. We're not using our books anymore. We're using our phones. Okay. Right. So we have 3 questions. Number 1, which is why do we need to learn emotional literacy in university? Right. That's the very vital question that's a vital question that we have to ask ourselves. Why do we need it?
Mhm.
Okay. Number 2, how can we become emotionally literate? And then the last question is like, would you want to take the honors?
The last question would be, as an emotionally literacy advocate, how do you, as an educator of emotional literacy, practice it in yourself?
Wow, these are
Mhm.
simple questions, but But
They have a
Yes.
deeper meaning, deep explanation, as you will do it soon. But yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, why do we need emotional literacy in universities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before I answer that question, I want to ask you guys one question.
Okay.
So
Okay, another question to us. Okay.
So typically, what are some of the life challenges that you are experiencing as university students?
You go first, Cal.
For me, if I have to be honest, is the trying to juggle around my responsibilities, right? I mean, I think once you finish high school and once you enter into the world of adults, well, the process of adulting never ends, right? But honestly, one of the most very difficult things for me personally is just juggling my responsibility as a son, as a friend, as
Mm-hmm.
as a leader, as a podcaster because I do podcasting, and also as a student, keeping up with my assignments, doing homework, being disciplined, all these stuff. And it's quite stressful at times because sometimes you want to do more things, but then you tend to, leave other things behind.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate to that as well, Cal. So wait, for me, I guess personally, I found that the conversion from studying physically, like back when I was in high school, to going to university and studying online from home, it was such an alien feeling, because like at times there were times I had hard time focusing in class and also struggled to find the motivation to study and also just trying to accept the pressure of studying online altogether because like it was a new thing and I had to adapt. So there was one thing I had to adapt and as well as just need to focus more and learn on what the lecturers are actually saying in class and just taking my own notes, doing my own studying. Not that I haven't been doing that since high school, but
Really shocked, really.
yes, but it was a thing that when it came the time to actually just study by myself alone in my room and it's online, you just see your lecturers, your friends through your screen. It was quite a hard time for me as well. But then the first semester went by, the second semester, and throughout those times, I just like started to adapt more and more and became more comfortable with studying online. But nonetheless, it's still a good experience for me. I guess I've grown as a person since then. But yeah, those are the main challenges I faced. Good question, Illya.
All right, thank you very much. You are heard and you are understood. So let's take a deep breath together.
Okay.
For strength and support, everyone. Breathe in deep.
Oh, you need to let go, Carl.
Let go. So, guys, first of all, emotional literacy is the ability to understand, express, and do something about what you and others are feeling in a healthy and socially acceptable way. So, based on all those life challenges that you just shared, right? Hard time focusing, having to adapt, responsibilities, as a son, as a student, and you have your, desires also to go out to hang out with your friends and relationships and everything. So if you are not emotionally literate, man, I'm worried for you.
I see.
Yeah, like we are all emotional beings and we need to learn how to look after our own emotional and mental health. And it will affect our physical health if we don't. So universities, schools must help you navigate and develop your emotional skills, and EQ, I say this again and again, EQ should be a specific subject to be taught. And this is what Empathy for Youth Academy is championing and offering.
I see.
So what do you, go ahead.
Oh, no, you saying? Oh.
No, you talk.
Yeah, I mean, talking about us being emotional beings, this reminds me of watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know it's a very far-fetched idea, but one of the if you watch the series, one of the main challenge of being an avatar is like, if you want to become the avatar, you have to feel all the feelings, at once. You need
Feel
to know
all
how
the
to manage.
feelings.
You have to manage all your feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in order for us to understand what it's like to become, a human, is to understand the feelings that we feel. I think
I understand.
it's what's the word? It's an indirect message that the creators from Avatars are trying to say. I mean, that's what I've gotten from the series. If you watch it again, of course.
Are
I
you
mean,
sure?
we can agree to disagree, but that's what I saw from Avatar.
I agree, Kal. I agree. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice that you got that conclusion.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
It's like, if you have mixed feelings, I mean, if you are living with so many, emotions that you can't even identify, then yeah, you will become anxious, and that's how people get, anxiety attack. And if it's prolonged, if you don't do anything about it, yeah, you can be depressed,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, you don't wanna be there. It's
Yeah.
not an yeah.
But I do want to also say that sometimes even, I mean, it's hard. I'm not sure, but I think some people have a hard time actually accepting their emotions. At times, right? Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
just want to feel that you're anxious, but you are really anxious. That big, and then just adds more to your anxiousness. At the end of the day, right? And plus, even sometimes people don't know how to express their feelings correctly.
True.
Right?
True.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like being anxious is not a primary feeling, like I said earlier. There are so many other layers that you have to unpack before you can understand why you are anxious.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like let's go straight to the second question. What is it?
Sure. The second question, which is, how can we become more emotionally literate? Right.
How do we become more emotionally literate? How can we start?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How can we start?
How can we start? Okay. So this is like a manual, huh? I'm sorry,
Okay.
guys. I have to rush. Okay, so yeah, I have another class after this. Okay, so how can we start becoming emotionally literate? Okay, are you taking notes?
Take notes, guys. Take notes. I have my notes here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there are so many. There are so many tools, but you are in Miss Illya's masterclass at the moment. The first thing that you have to do is to first Google the list of feelings.
Google
Google
list
the list of feelings. And
of
as a
feelings.
start, when something happens to you and you can't name what you are feeling, refer to the list. This is how we learn. Refer to the list. What am I feeling right now? And culturally, people express their feelings in different ways, right? I mean, yeah, like if you are native speakers of Malay, Google the list of feelings in Bahasa. Then can be acquainted with all these adjectives to help you understand what you're experiencing. Okay, number 2, I would advise you to also study your distractions. For example, if you always distract yourself by binging on Netflix, watching all this endless, exhaustive list of TV shows, Kim Kardashian and Bachelor. What is it? I don't know. I'm not on Netflix. So,
okay.
fun. Yeah, but I watched Squid Game. So,
Nice.
Nice. Okay, nice.
All right.
I haven't finished though, but I will. Okay, so basically, if you find yourself always distracted, study your distractions and confront the real issue that you are running away from, and ask yourself, okay, why am I what is it that I'm trying to run away from, and how do I feel about this? Once you find out what you're running away from, ask yourself, what do I actually feel about this?
Question.
Yes.
Miss Illya, what if the person, the feeling that they're trying to run away, or the thing they're trying to run away from is themselves? Like,
Yeah, then you
how
have
do they cope with it?
yeah, but what is it, you know? What is it? What is it? Like, what is it about yourself that you're trying to run away from? What is it that you're scared of? What is it that you're worried about? Okay.
Understood,
so yeah, you know, like emotional labor takes a lot of practice and time, and it can be scary and confusing when you're starting to learn about yourself that you never knew before. But yeah, trust me, it will get easier. You have to do the work and you have to start, you know? You have to start, right? So this is it. Like, inquire why. Why am I feeling this way? What is it that I'm trying to run away from? What is it, you know? Where did this come from? And what am I trying to survive from? And how can I move on from here, you know? How can I be more proactive? And how can I start climbing the stairs to overcome this fear or whatever that you're experiencing? And if it's too much for you, if you need help, there's always therapy, guys. Like, we should all normalize seeking professional help.
Yeah, because like it's a taboo. It's like, oh, you have to go to therapy, then people gonna see you like, oh, you have something wrong in your head.
Don't care about it. Who cares? Who's saying that? What year is it now?
Taboo.
It's 2021. It's
2021 already. It's almost ending, you know? Like, come on, guys. Like, if you need something, you ask for help.
True,
you know?
true.
Yeah.
You don't have to be ashamed.
It's true. And there are lots of free agencies that the Malaysian government is funding.
Yeah.
I can share the list with you and you can share with your friends later.
Sure.
Okay. So we have 8 more minutes. I have to go sleep.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Haika, let's just move on to the third question, I guess.
Yes, what is it?
Which is the last question, which is, as an EQ educator, how do you practice yourself, and how has it been easy for you to practice, you know, these tools that emotional literacy provide you?
Okay. Yeah. That's a very good question. First of all, sorry that I was rushing you.
It's okay.
Yeah. So, so I seemingly have these tools, right? I know how to name my emotions, and sometimes I don't have a word to describe what I'm feeling, and that's okay. But yeah, let me tell you this. Until the ghost of you reaches nirvana, life will always try to teach you different lessons that will break you. And each time you learn something new to make you become emotionally resilient. And in this very short conversation, I cannot tell you how I practice my tools specifically for each life obstacle that I went through. But yeah, and I'm only 32, I'm only turning 32. What do I know, right? What do I know?
Well,
I mean, you still look young. I mean, still.
Yeah, but what I can tell you, based on my experience within the timeline of this pandemic, where, I had lost my jobs 3 times, 2 in China, where it's not my home country. I first gave myself time to grieve.
That's an important thing, yes.
Yes, to feel the blame, to feel the sadness, to feel the anger. I gave myself time to grieve. And then I have a journal. I wrote down all the things that I felt and investigated why I felt them. I journal. I'll show you.
Let's look at a journal.
All right.
We're getting a
first work, okay?
personal.
Yeah. To do the work. You cannot just pray and think and ask God to figure it out for you. You have to do the work, okay?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Like,
what? Oh my goodness.
Why am I doing this? Look, it's all about self-discovery, investigation, questioning. And then, yeah, so, and then I always practice gratitude. This is super important for you to heal. Every day, verbalize the things that you have, which you are thankful for. Thank you, I'm healthy. Thank you, my family is healthy and happy. And I have a comfortable place to live in and to be creative. I can make bread to feed myself and all these things. And then I dance it all off.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, when I feel contracted in the head, I need to release it through dance. You can work out. You can, I don't know, do whatever, because, to free your mind, your body needs to move. Yeah,
Seriously.
mind, body, they're connected, right? To free your mind, your body needs to be free. Okay, and lastly, I wrote down all the things that most of the time, like the next step is to always write down the things that I want to call for. What is it that I want? I write them all down, I visualize them, and I trust that the best things will come for me.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, I want to add
for me.
Sorry.
So the goal is to trust and accept that everything happens not to you, but for you. And of course, while proactively and persistently doing the things that you need to do to get what you want, right? Not just like and you don't do anything. Action, trust, and very important, take life less seriously. And I'm also like trying to learn how to do this. This is the thing that I need to master. Take life less seriously.
Sorry, life is short. You guys gotta chill. It's a long road ahead. Come on.
I think there are sometimes that you have to be serious, but obviously you shouldn't be serious all the time. Let your body feel loose a bit. Chill out. Don't chill out to the point where you
to an extent, you got to know yourself.
Yeah. There's always a limit. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Like I have 2 more minutes, and I have one story to leave you on with. Do you want to hear?
Sure.
Take it away, Illya.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. The story is very, very important because we're talking about emotions, right? And taking life less seriously. Okay, so this story is like a folklore from India, from 16th century India. So a young man, climbed a mountain to meet a sage who apparently knew everything about the world. And when he got there, he asked, "Great sage, right now we are standing upon the world. What does the world stand upon?" Okay. And then the sage said, the world stands upon a number of great elephants. And then the young man said, okay, but then what does
elephants stand on?
Yeah, like what do these elephants stand upon? And he said, oh, they're standing upon a great turtle. And then he was like, great turtle? Yeah, but like, what about
the turtle?
Yeah, what about the turtle? What stands underneath the great turtle? And then said, yeah, another turtle. And then said, yeah, and then the sage was like, stop. No. There'll always be other turtles. Way down. So what I'm trying to say is, you can inquire, you can investigate, all your feelings. What am I feeling now? Feelings will always be there. In 1 hour, you can feel so many things. So many feelings can appear, and you will welcome it, and you will hug it, and they will dissolve, and new feelings will appear. And like, you will be in spiral, you don't want to be self-obsessed with like what you are feeling, all the time. And your feelings come from your own interpretation. Your feelings come from how you interpret a situation. So you must we must be able to learn how to practice reframing all the things that are happening to us. It's all about how you reframe a situation that comes to you. You know, once you master that, you will become emotionally resilient, you become stoic, and nothing can,
nothing can beat that.
Yeah, nothing can shatter you. Yes, we are humans, will be broken, will be shattered, will be, I don't know, dead inside, numb, but we'll come back. It's all about how you narrate and reframe every situation that happens to you. Okay, I have to go. The kids are coming.
Wow. Oh,
I have to go.
right.
All right.
Right. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Miss Illya, for sharing your thoughts with during the show. Yeah, we appreciate
And make sure
all
to
your
help out with the
time.
kids.
Yeah, you have a nice class session after this.
Yes. Be happy. Remember, being happy is a state of mind. I'm saying that to myself. And yeah, take life less seriously. Dance.
Duly noted. We will dance a
Dance.
lot in campus, Haikal. Surely
Dance a lot. Work out for sure.
See you.
All right.
All right.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. This is the first time that the guest actually laughed on the stream live.
I mean, you can't blame her though. She has other priorities as well, Carl. But
yeah, she has priorities as well, for sure.
Damn, that was such a nice guest. I
Oh
mean,
my
she
god,
was so
dude!
lovely.
He just like I just don't know how to explain that. That was amazing.
I mean, the wisdom she has bestowed upon us is just amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe we really have to watch back the live just to listen to what she just said. And one thing that she said I like that she said about what was it? Not take life seriously, but feeling gratitude. Guys.
Yeah,
because
feeling gratitude.
She said feeling just like feeling happy about what you have, all the little things like your parents are alive and well, you're also alive and well, and all the little things add up, and they become the things that make you happy. You don't have to focus on the negatives. You can always go and look back on the abundance of positives that you have in your life. So you guys out there, you guys should appreciate what you have now, and if you feel like you don't get what you deserve yet, like Illya said, it will come to you soon, in due time.
For sure. I always like to look at a lot of stories because especially underdog stories. Because the best stories that the best stories that you can that you can read or listen or hear to is the underdog story, because once I like how they overcome their expectations. Yeah. But obviously, at the end of the day, it's all about how we manage our emotions and how we move on in life.
So if you guys remembered what Illya was saying, you guys have to be emotionally literate. You guys have to know how to express your feelings and also use the tools that she just explained. Like she said, when she was feeling a bit down and was in a dark place, she wrote her feelings down in the journal. She gave herself time to grieve. And I believe we should also do that whenever we have those certain times in our lives.
Don't take it for granted, because actually journaling does have, actually, by the way. Just do it. I mean, it's very simple. It does help for sure. A lot of people do it. And I mean, even though I do a bit sometimes, I also recommend you guys doing it as well.
Yeah, you guys gotta stay positive. You guys gotta take care of yourselves, mind and body alike, like Miss Illya just said.
Yes. Right. Before we end, we gotta show you something, just something really cool, right?
Okay. Can you see it? All right, nice.
Yep. We're just gonna open the video, right? So tune in to our next episode on 11/11/2021. Yeah, ironically, it's on the 11/11 Thursday, where we're going to interview somebody who's working from a news company, The Star, right?
Oh my goodness.
But not only that, this guest is, okay, let's see, he works under UNICEF. He works under UNICEF Malaysia. He's an Obama leader, Obama Foundation leader.
Oh my goodness.
Dude. And plus, he has done a TED Talk, guys. He has done a TED Talk.
He has a TED Talk?
Dude, yeah, he has a TED Talk.
So you heard that, guys. We're inviting a guest who has a TED Talk. How many people can say they invite a person that has a TED Talk?
You cannot, no. I doubt not many people can. invite people from who have the Untitled.
Yeah,
we're
it's
fortunate to
amazing.
have these guys, right? Sorry, not these guys. This person called Ian Yee. So remember, stay tuned on the 11th. Set your date, set your time. It's not on 4, by the way. It's at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Right? Set your date, set your time. We will do another awesome interview like this one. And remember, subscribe, ring that notification bell, comment down
Leave
below,
a like as well.
leave a like.
Also follow our socials,
Follow us on socials on
at
Facebook
English Club.
and
we have Facebook.
and Instagram, all that stuff, all those good things, right? Now, before we end, we want to say thank you for those who are listening to this episode and those who are from UiTM Penang. Do go to the description and fill in the feedback form to get your e-activities.
And to end the show from me, I guess I'll see you in campus, Cal. I'll see you very soon. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Wait.
Oh wait, what?
Oh my God, we're gonna meet.
Yeah. I'm going there tomorrow, so I'll see you maybe on the Saturday. Okay.
Saturday.
But yeah, we'll talk about this not in front of the viewers, but yeah, we thank everyone for your time and stay tuned for our next episode next month. So goodbye.
Bye. See you soon.